A 16-year-old girl had no brother or sisters. She lived with her mother and father, and they all belonged to a very rich family. This family was so rich that they could afford to hire many servants for their home. They had a very big house, with high walls all around it. Nobody could enter or exit without the permission of the parents. Even the servants had to knock on the door and wait until someone opened it before entering. This girl didn't believe in ghosts or any other paranormal activities, till one night when she couldn't sleep, she went to the window and saw a dark shadow jumping over the wall. She screamed, but nobody answered her. Then she heard footsteps near her bed, and when she turned on the light, everything seemed normal. But then it happened again and again, every night. Every night, that dark shape would come closer and closer to her bed, until one night it touched her and she lost consciousness. In the morning, her parents found her lying on the floor unconscious, and they took her to the hospital immediately. The doctor examined her but couldn't find anything wrong. He said that she might be suffering from some kind of neurosis and suggested that she should rest at home for a few days. Her parents were very worried about their daughter because they couldn't understand what had happened to her. When their daughter came back home from the hospital, they made sure that all the doors and windows were locked properly. But every night the same thing happened. That dark figure would come closer and closer to their daughter's bed and try to touch her. Sometimes it would even try to strangle her. One night this dark figure managed to touch her again, and she lost consciousness. In the morning she had marks of fingers on her neck, and the parents were very scared. One of their friends suggested that they should take their daughter to a priest and ask him to perform an exorcism. The parents didn't know any priest, but they called one of their friends again, and he gave them the number of a priest who lived in a nearby village. The parents called him and asked him if he could come to their house and check if their daughter was possessed by a demon. The priest agreed and soon arrived at their house. After talking to the parents, he went into the room where their daughter was lying. He touched her forehead and asked God to show him the truth. Suddenly, the room became very dark, and the priest felt something cold touching his hand. When he pulled his hand back, he saw that it was scratched. He looked at the girl and saw that she had regained consciousness. "Are you all right?" he asked her. "Yes," she replied. "I just had a bad dream." The priest wasn't convinced, and he continued examining her. He asked her if she knew why he was there, and she said, "I have no idea." The priest told her, "I'm here to help you because I think you are possessed by a demon." She started laughing and said, "You are crazy. There are no demons or ghosts. I just feel tired and weak." Then the priest wasn't sure if she was possessed or not, but he decided to perform a small test. He took some holy water and sprinkled it on her body. She screamed and tried to get up, but the priest held her down. "Don't move," he said. "Let me finish this." After he sprinkled all the holy water on her body, he stood up and asked her, "How do you feel now?" "I feel awful," she replied. "Please stop this. It hurts." The priest nodded and left the room. He talked to her parents and told them that their daughter was indeed possessed by a demon. They were shocked and scared, but also very grateful that the priest had come to help their daughter. They asked him how long it would take to perform the exorcism, but he told them that he needed more time to prepare. He went back to the room where their daughter was lying, and he told her, "I have to perform an exorcism on you tomorrow, but tonight I need you to stay in this church. Will you do that for me?" She looked at him and whispered, "I don't want to." "Then let your parents come in here and stay with you all night." She nodded slowly, and the priest left the room. He called her parents and told them that they had to stay with their daughter all night in the church. They were very scared, but they did as the priest told them. They stayed with their daughter all night and prayed to God to help her. The next day, the priest came back to the church and brought some holy water with him, sprinkled it around the room and on the bed where the girl was lying. "Now I will perform the exorcism," he said. "Do you agree?" She looked at him and said yes. The priest took some holy water in his hand and dipped her finger in it. "In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command you to leave this body," he shouted. "You have no power here. Leave now." Suddenly, the girl screamed and tried to get up, but the priest held her down. "Don't move," he shouted. "Stay still." The girl screamed again and then went limp. The priest was afraid that she might be in danger, so he immediately stopped the ritual. Her parents were very worried about their daughter and asked the priest what he was doing. "I don't know what's happening, but I feel that something is trying to leave her body," he replied. As he was talking to them, the girl suddenly sat up in bed and looked at them with hatred. "Get away from me," she said. "Leave me alone." Her parents were shocked and scared, but the priest remained calm. He knew that this was part of the process, and that soon their daughter would be free of the demon inside of her. He went closer to the bed and said, "My dear child, I am here to help you. You are not yourself. A demon has taken control of you, and I want to help you get rid of it." The girl screamed and tried to attack the priest, but her parents held her down. "Stop it," her mother cried. "Please stop it." The priest took some holy water in his hand and sprinkled it on the girl. "In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command you to leave this body," he shouted. "You have no power here. Leave now." The girl screamed and tried to get up, but the priest held her down. "Don't move," he shouted. "Stay still." The girl struggled against the priest, but he was too strong for her. He sprinkled more holy water on her and shouted again, "Leave her body. Leave now." Suddenly the girl went limp and fell back on the bed. The priest wasn't sure if the demon had left her body or not, so he decided to perform one last ritual. He took some holy water in his hand and made the sign of the cross on her forehead. "In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I command you to leave this body," he shouted. "You have no power here. Leave now." As soon as he finished the sentence, the girl screamed and the demon left her body. She looked at the priest and whispered, "Thank you." The priest smiled and helped her get up. The demon that had possessed her was a very powerful one, so it took a lot of strength from him to defeat it. He was exhausted, but he felt good knowing that he had helped the girl and her family. They were very grateful to the priest and offered to pay him for his services, but he refused. "I don't need money. The only reward I ask for is your prayers." They promised to pray for him, and he left the house. Sometime later, the news of the priest's bravery spread and people from all over the country wanted to meet him. He was a humble man and didn't like all the attention, but he knew that he had to do something to help others. He continued helping people in need and performing exorcisms until he died. After he died, people started to say that he was a saint, and miracles happened whenever somebody visited his grave. Many people were cured of their illnesses, and some even claimed to have seen the priest's ghost. That is the end of the story. And remember, if you believe in the paranormal, then you can easily be possessed by demons. If you don't believe in demons, then nothing can harm you. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.